Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, my dear friends. As part of my seminars, we have discussed some of the topics in my part of my seminars. So today I would like to explain about herbal therapy. Okay. So today's topic is the seminar is on herbal therapy. Okay. Today we'll see the herbal therapy. Okay, first we should know the what do you mean by herbal therapy or herbal medicine. Okay, there are the other names also there for herbal therapy. So that the we'll call as herbal medicine or botanical medicine or phytomedicine. Okay, the other name for herbal therapies are like herbal medicine we'll call, and botanical medicine we'll call, and phytomedicine also we'll call. Then we'll see the herbalism. What do you mean by herbalism? In the sense, it is a traditional medicinal or folk medicinal practice based on the use of plant seeds, berries, roots, bark or flowers, and plant extracts or medicinal purpose. Okay, here, okay, what do you mean by herbalism? In the sense, when we are using these kind of plants or seeds or berries, whatever it may be, which is related to the completely herbals. Okay, so when we are using these in a traditional medicinal or folk medicinal based, that we'll call as herbalism. Okay, when we'll use the herbs as a traditional medicine or folk medicine practice, which is based on the usage of the plant seeds, or it may be berries, it may be roots, it may be barks, or it may be flowers, or it may be a plant extracts. Okay, for medicinal purpose we'll use that, we'll call as herbalism. Then we'll move on to the advances in clinical research sources. Okay, the some of the researchers also have studied about, and they have done their research work on the herbal medicine. Okay, the value of herbal medicine in treating and preventing disease. Researchers found that people in different parts of the world tended to use the same or similar plants for the same purpose. Okay, here in the advance in clinical research, so researchers also found that, so when the people are use these herbal medicines, okay, even we can treat the disease as well as we can prevent the disease. Okay, even research also found that the compared to in the world, from the different parts of the world. Okay, so the people, okay, the people are tended to use these kind of herbal medicines. Okay, even the same plants for the same purpose. If you take a bark leaves, okay, maybe that may be useful for the cardiovascular system. So not only in India, overall the compare the over complete in overall the earth, okay, different parts of the world, okay, there are the many countries they were using the same bark leaves for the same cardiovascular system. Means the same plant should be a same purpose. Okay, then the history of these plants had been used for medicinal purposes for long before recorded history. Okay, the plants, whichever are growing, okay, whichever growing surroundings of our areas, or surroundings of our living area. So even that plants, whichever the growing on the earth, so all the plants are having a medicinal purpose. Most of the plants are having the medicinal purpose. Okay, when ancient Chinese and Egyptian papyrus writings describe medicinal uses of plants. Okay, here, like if you take ancient Chinese and Egyptians, okay, these do both peoples, or even they wrote what are the uses of the plants in their history. Okay, even in the early 19th century, okay, in the early 19th century, scientists began to extract and modify the active ingredients from the plants. Okay, even scientists also in the early 19th century, even scientists also started that they were extracted and they were modified the some of the ingredients from the plants. They have taken the plants, and from the plants they have taken some ingredients as a extraction or as to the modify. Then in the last 20 years in the United States, okay, USA, in the United States, since the last 20 years onwards, what they were doing means there is an increase in herbal medicines. Okay, last 20 years in the United States, the most people are tending to use these medicine herbal medicines rather than the conventional medicines. Okay, so here why they were mostly tending, or why the people are keeping effort to use these herbal medicines, in the sense like there will be a public dissatisfaction with the cost of prescription of medications. Maybe that may be cost effective, whichever the conventional medicines are there to treat the diseases or to prevent the diseases, okay, might be that may be cost effective. That is the way they cannot afford that much money. So that is the one of the reason. The next one is interest in returning to natural or organic remedies. Okay, even they were showing so much interest to use these natural products or organic remedies. This is also one of the reason to use these the herbal medicines in the United States since last 20 years. Even recently, WHO estimated that 80% of people worldwide rely on herbal medicines for some part of their primary health care. Okay, even the WHO, World Health Organization, also have given estimation that overall the world, okay, even 80% of people are using these herbal medicines as their primary health part. We have primary health care means, like, for example, you take that if the person is suffering from the hypertension, BP, okay, rather than the conventional medicines, actually if they are having the hypertension, what they supposed to do, they were supposed to go for the hospital and they supposed to check their monitor their BP. But here what the people are doing, most of the people are doing, rather than for instead of going to the hospital and checking the BP or taking all antihypertensive medicines, rather than that, what the people are doing means, they are the first they were first they were putting their concentration about the herbal medicines. Okay, so means they were as a primary health care, they were taking these herbal medicines. Okay, 80% of population in the worldwide, they were using herbal medicine as their primary health care. Okay, that has given by the WHO. Then in Germany, about 600 to 700 plant-based medicines are available and are prescribed by some 70% of German physicians. Okay, here, okay, in Germany, around 600 to 700 plants-based medicines are available in the Germany. Even 70% of German physicians are giving advices to use the herbal medicines. Okay, then complementary alternative medicine in Palestine. Okay, complementary alternative medicines in the sense, like you all we already know, we had an idea about this CAM because we already studied in our BSc third year psychiatry, complementary alternative medicines. When we are talking about all the therapies, this is the last one. Okay, so complementary alternative medicines, okay, in Palestine, okay, 72.8% of respondents have used at least one type of CAM the last year. Okay, respondents who are using these medicines and who are those who are giving the feedback about that herbal medicines, that we will call as respondents. Even 72.8% of people are used already and they given feedback also. Even like one type of CAM in the last year. Okay, at least in once in a year, at least 72.8% of people are using at least one type of CAM in the last year. In the sense, one type of CAM, there are the many types of CAMs, complementary alternative medicines are there. Like acupuncture is there, aromatherapy is there, acupressure is there, homeo is there, Ayurveda is there, right? There are the many methods are there, even massage centers are there. Okay, there are the many methods, even one of these herbal medicine also one of the CAM only. Okay, there are the many types of complementary alternative medicines are there. So complementary alternative medicines users were mainly middle-aged, low-income, educated women. Who all are using like exceedingly, okay, excessively, who are using excessively means the people, mainly the users are mainly they comes from the middle-aged people and those who are having the low income and those who are educated women. These people are mainly they were using CAMs. And the herbal therapy, prayers and honey were the most utilized type of CAM. So in among these all, okay, the mostly the people tending to use this herbal therapy and prayers also they were using. Prayers in the sense like yoga, meditations, there are the many things are there. And even honey also one of the most utilized type of complementary alternative medicines. These complementary alternative medicines are utilized because they believed that it is all natural and safe. So all the people are believing, and why they were using these complementary alternative medicines as their primary health. It means because they were thinking, they are believing that these are the natural and they won't give any side effects at all, and they were thinking that these all the medicines are safe. Then herbs as food supplements. Even the herbal medicines not only treating the disease or not only preventing the diseases, even these can herbal medicines we can use, herbal therapy we can use as food supplements. Means no, through the plants, by using the plants products and all, we can even cook the foods also. Even as a food supplementary we can use these herbals. Okay, herbal supplements are classified as dietary supplements. Okay, even the herbal supplements, supplements or herbal therapy also classified as dietary supplements. Dietary supplements in the sense daily we can eat as a food. Okay, by the USA dietary supplements has given as like they were given the name Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. Even in 1994 USA, United States also given one act about these herbal medicines are the dietary supplements. Is that the name is Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. How do herbs work? Okay, how the herbals will work in the on our body. Even if you think about the food as a food, okay, if you go through the page in if you are having the Facebook account, if you go Lijiki or these Lijiki and the Aichi, these two peoples are the very young girls. Okay, very young people. Okay, so they are completely doing research on the herbal therapy, right? Okay, completely they were using these herbal therapy as food supplementations. Okay, means they will go to the forest, or they will plant all they will harvested all the plants surroundings their areas. And even though we may think that when by seeing that plants we may think that so these are the useful, because that all that type of plants are there in our surroundings. Okay, even we may say, we may think, we may believe that all are useless, but that people, these both girls, okay, if you search in the internet, in Facebook, okay, Daichas and this Lijiki foods, okay, they will use all these plants as a food. Okay, nicely they will cut all the these type of grass, these type of plant leaves and all, and nicely they will mix up with all that ingredients, and nicely they will cook. Okay, means these both are the Chinese. Okay, so the Chinese people, if you want, you can search in the internet also. So how the herbal medicines, herbal therapy we can use as a food supplementation. If you want an example, please check Lijiki's and Daichi's Facebook page. Okay, then how do herbs work? In many cases, scientists are not sure what specific herbs works to treat a condition or illness. Whole herbs contain many ingredients and they may work together to produce a beneficial effect. Here comes, like there are the many scientists have found, or there are the many scientists have did their research on herbal medicines, but the people are unable to found the which type of ingredient from a plant, which type of ingredient can work on which type of disease conditions. Okay, if they were using one plant, there are the many ingredients can available in one plant. So the which ingredient can may work on the which condition, they are unable to find, because when these two are together, like all ingredients together in one plant, when we are using that particular plant, even that may produce togetherly, that may produce a beneficial effect to the persons. Standardization, how far these herbal medicines are standardized, how far we can use, how can we believe, how far we can use these type of medicines. Okay, some herbal preparations are standardized, meaning that the preparations is guaranteed to contain a specific amount of the active ingredients of the herb. However, it is still important to ask companies making standardized herbal products about their products guarantee. Okay, when you want to use herbal medicines rather than the conventional medicine, so first of all, when we are starting to use these herbal medicines, even you should you can talk with the companies, those who are preparing these those who are producing or those who are preparing these herbal medicines, even you can talk with them like how far they'll give the guarantee, how the quantity, how the quality, or how far it may be good, like any other conditions or any other adulterations are they are doing. Okay, everything you can ask to the, even you can take a guarantee from the companies also while before using these herbal medicines. Okay, effectiveness of the factors. Okay, how far this may be effective, effectiveness of the factors means when you are using these type of herbal medicines, okay, whatever the factors which may be influence on that, okay, on the herbal medicines, okay, because you need guarantee, right? If you want a guarantee from the companies, okay, even the production of that herbals or even the harvestations or even the process also may be important. Okay, then the first one is the type of environment. Okay, when they were planting when they were planting a seed, okay, in the soil, even the you need to check out all the environment of the soil, environment of the place where you want to plant. Okay, even the climate of the place, and even you need to see the bugs, even the bugs are coming and eating, that may be poisonous, so you need to check that. And even soil is good or not, even quality is good, quality of the seeds are good or not, planting quantity is good or not, everything you need to check in the type of environment. Even how and when it was harvested and processed, even you need to check how they were harvesting, and even when they harvested and how much they were processed, even expiry date has been completed or prolonged time they were keeping in the soil. Okay, everything you need to check out. Even a type of environment is maybe effective, and how and when it was maybe harvested process may be effective factor for herbal medicines. Okay, the medicinal use. As a medicinal use, we can use these herbal medicines to prevent asthma, to prevent eczema, to prevent menstrual syndromes, to prevent rheumatoid arthritis and migraine headache. Okay, to prevent migraine headache, and to prevent menopausal symptoms, and if the patient is suffering from chronic fatigue or irritable bowel syndrome, in those when the patient is suffering from these type of diseases also, we can use these herbal medicines. Okay, the scope of herbal medicines. Okay, what is the scope for herbal medicines? Okay, what is the scope? So if I want to use a standardized medicines, as something should be there, right, to use that. What is the scope for herbal medicines? Okay, even the scope of herbal medicine, even we can use as a nutrition. Okay, food supplementation, even we can use this as a to maintenance of our health. Even we can use these herbal medicines to treat the diseases. Okay, nutrition and food in the sense, here we can use coriander, garlic, nettle, oats. There are the many methods are there, many type of supplementations are there to use as a nutrition. Even maintenance of health. Okay, even and the maintenance of health, when you take ginger, garlic, dandelion, okay, these are will improve our health. Even treatment of the diseases, that may be acute diseases or that may be chronic diseases. Okay, we can treat any type of diseases in by using herbal medicines. Then the drugs from the plant sources. Okay, here, okay, as a nurse everybody must recognize, or everybody should have a knowledge about the drugs which we are using. Okay, okay, if we'll say is the pharmacology subject, so there are the many classifications according to the system wise. We have seen the many drugs. Okay, you must, as a nurse, you must understand that which drug is coming, or which drug is started from the which source. Okay, from which sources we are getting these type of drugs. Okay, when we are using the paracetamol, what is the source for the paracetamol, how we are getting the paracetamol. Okay, like that. So some of the drugs also there as a herbal medicine. So okay, from the plants also, they were preparing some the drugs, some type of drugs. Okay, from the plant they were even the from the plant also they were preparing the some drugs to treat the patient. Okay, plant sources of the drugs. What are the drugs from the plant sources? Okay, so the drugs of the plant sources are aspirin. These are the known drugs only. We all every day daily our life will hear about these type of drugs. Okay, aspirin, cocaine, quinidine, scopolamine, tubocurarine, codeine, ergotamine, morphine, digoxin, pilocarpine. Okay, these all are the drugs which are extracted from the plant sources. Okay, next we will move on to the how is herbal medicine sold in stores. Okay, how they were when in the stores, even medical stores, if you'll go to medical stores and all, how they were selling these drugs. Okay, in which like in some like in which forms. Okay, herbal medicines is, you don't think that herbal medicines in the sense they were directly they will bring all the plants or all the leaves they will bring and they will use. It's not like that. There are the different forms, several forms are there in the herbal medicines as usage. Okay, the herbs come in several forms. Okay, like teas, as teas we can use as a medicine, herbal medicine, syrups, oils, liquid extracts, tinctures, and dry extracts, and pills or capsules. Okay, pills, capsules, extracts, tinctures, liquid extracts, oil, syrups, teas. Okay, these are the many several different forms are available in the medical stores. You can we can use these type of different forms as a herbal medicines to treat the people. Okay, herbs and weight loss. Okay, how the herbal products or herbal medicine may be useful in the weight loss. Okay, so there are the nowadays there are the nutritious. Okay, there are the many people are using nutritious powder in the sense this is one type of herbal powder. Okay, there are the many flavors are there, like badam flavor is there, and mango flower is there, and the berry flavor is there, right? Even pineapple flavor is there. So they were available as a flavor. Okay, they were they used to say that when you'll go for herbal therapist, okay, or many herbal stores and all. Okay, these are the herbal powders are available. Okay, that powders they will use as a weight, they will use for the weight loss, reduction of the weight. If they were obese, to reduce their weight they will use these type of powders. Even my colleagues also using these herbal powders. 6 months course is there as like that. So they used to drink at least that powder used to mix with the milk. Even that maybe that is not at all our milk whichever we are using daily our life. It's not that the herbal milk also is the separate. So there the some quantity is there to mix with the milk. Okay, they need to use this as a food, in morning section and as well as the evening section. When they use this powder, they will have a lack of hunger. Okay, they won't feel, or always they feels that their stomach is full when they were using this type of powders. Okay, even my colleagues also have used these type of powders, and even 80% they had a result from their weight. Okay, so herbs and weight loss. So certain herbs trick the brain into thinking the stomach is full. Yeah, this is the first point. Okay, so when my colleagues have used that powders, okay, herbal powders, okay, when they were using morning section and evening section, even they used to feel that my stomach is always full, so I don't want to feel to eat. So automatically when they were not eating food properly, when they were on the diet, so automatically they will reduce their weight, right? So that was the first one. The next one is but others are the thermogenic, speed up the body's metabolism, burning more unwanted fat. So some of the herbals are there. Okay, some of the herbals are there. Even the type of herbals are using as a thermogenic in the sense here they will speed up the body's metabolism, means they will increases the body's metabolism. When the body's metabolism increases, automatically the what will happen, there will be a burning more unwanted fat. So even the thermogenic may useful as a burning of the unwanted fats. So when a burning of unwanted fats, automatically if the fat is reduced from the body, what will happen, automatically they will reduce their weight, right? So the next one is thermogenic herbs contain stimulants. Okay, Why? How can the burning is occurring in the unwanted fats in the body? Means they were containing some type of stimulants, okay, stimulants that work to speed up the body's heart rates, respiration and digestion. Even these thermogenic herbals also, when they use these thermogenic herbals and all, even when they were using these type of herbals, that maybe increases the heart rate, that maybe increases the respiration, and that maybe increases the digestion. The most common thermogenic herbs is caffeine. Okay, when we'll use caffeine products like green tea, if you take as green tea or coffee, okay, there is the more production of caffeine might be there. Okay, when we are using caffeine products, there will be a thermogenic act, a thermogenic herbal, maybe the thermogenic herbal is caffeine. Okay, caffeine contained products, herbal products, when you will have that type of medicines, okay, automatically you will have a reduction in your weight, because okay, these caffeine contained products are having a thermogenic herbs. Then herbs with serious side effects. So you don't think that all the herbal medicines are good for the health. Even they were having some sort of side effects. Okay, even while using these herbal medicines having some side effects, like according to FDA, herbal laxatives, like herbal laxatives are there. One of the side effect is herbal laxative. Herbal laxative means usually sold as a diet tea, cascara, senna. Okay, how the side effects is getting to the patients means when they were using as a, like diet tea, cascara, senna, which may, when the patient is using these type of plant based medicines, okay, they were they are causing the cramping in the legs and diarrhea when they were using overly, and could cause bowels to no longer function without laxative symptoms. Without laxative stimulation also, even the bowels also not having any function when they were using excessive amount. And ephedra is the high doses can raise blood pressure. When ephedra also one of the plant based medicine. Okay, when they use this ephedra also, there will be a side effects. When they will use excessive amount of ephedra, there are the side effects are there, like they will have a high blood pressure, and the heart rate may be increases, and there will be a increased CNS stimulation. Then the FDA reports are like more than 800 report side effects linked with the use of ephedra. When they use ephedra based plants, ephedra based herbal medicines, okay, they were completely linked. 800 reports are according to FDA reports, 800 reports are having the side effects only with the ephedra. Okay, including the patients may have heart palpitations and seizures, even stroke, even chest pain, even heart attack. Even these herbs has caused to at least 2 deaths. Okay, even when they will use these excess amount of herbals, okay, mainly ephedra, even they may have at least 2 deaths in a year. Okay, safe herbs in weight loss. Okay, what are the safest herbs? Okay, when we'll use to reduce our weight, what are the safest herbals products we can use? Okay, like here we can use cayenne. Cayenne, in the sense, it stimulates the digestion and increases the metabolism and fat burning. Even we can use green tea. It contains caffeine and antioxidants that appear stimulate metabolism. And seawood or kelp, it is a natural thyroid stimulant which may boost metabolism. Nettle, it is a thermogenic herb. And ginseng, this is boost energy and metabolism. Hoodia, interrupting or stopping the hunger metabolism in the brain. It may be contraindicated in the diabetes mellitus 2 type 2 DM. Okay, this is the nettle. Please see, watch on these nettle. And the cayenne plant, this is cayenne plant. Okay, this is like salad of seawood. And this is Hoodia gordonil. Hoodia gordonil, this is the plant is ephedra. This is the having the danger side effects when they will use excessively. This is the senna. Usually we used to see this senna in our surroundings also. Okay, okay, So when you are having some sort of side effects, first you need to consult your doctor first. Then do not take a bigger dose than the label recommends. Take it under the guidance of the trained medical professionals. Especially cautious when you are pregnant or nursing. So when the after using these type of medications, okay, when you are showing the symptoms of side effects, so the first is foremost thing is first you need to consult the doctor. Then you should not take overdoses, and always you should take herbal medicines under the guidance of the physicians. And you are not supposed to take if you are a pregnant mother or if you are a breastfeeding mother on earth. Plants, some of the most herbs in Gaza. Okay, what are the most herbals like uses in a in our daily life? Okay, when we'll use these type of herbs and even that may be helpful to our body and mind. Okay, the garlic. So usually we'll use garlic in every day in our food, daily food, right? So how the garlic will help to the people means, there are the garlic will help that it may lowers the cholesterol and triglycerides. It kill worms, roundworm, hypertension and blood circulation. Even it may prevent cancer and diabetes mellitus. Even it may prevent bronchitis, asthma and some sort of allergy. So garlic may be garlic is commonly used food item in our daily life. Okay, so this may be helpful to treat these type of diseases. Even some of the side effects are there when we'll use the excessive amount of garlic. So there may be a skin rashes in sensitive of people, and over consumption may be caused to the heartburn, and sometimes it may be gases. Okay, skin rashes may come and heartburn may occur when we'll use excess amount. The next we'll move on to the ginger. Okay, ginger also daily based food item in our menu. Okay, ginger also will use. So we all use ginger, garlic in so right, so as home remedy, right? If the patient, if the people are getting cold, cough, vomiting, will use ginger. Even to reduce angina episodes like chest pains and all, to lower the cholesterol level, will use ginger. Even to relieve arthritis, any inflammation in the bones or joints, will use this ginger as a reliever. And if the patient is getting nausea, vomiting or morning sickness in the third before first trimester of the pregnant mother. Okay, even menstrual cramps, when we are getting menstrual pains and all, even we can use a ginger mixed water, ginger mixed tea or ginger mixed milk we can have to reduce menstrual cramps and all. So ginger, uses of gingers we all know. Okay, then the some of the side effects also there. Ginger when we'll use excessively or so if you're taking blood thinners, if you're taking the side effects of the ginger, you will have a blood thickness in the body, and which leads to bleeding disorders and gallbladder disorders also may have. And during pregnancy, if you use excessive amount, it may leads to the uterine stimulation of the uterine contractions. Okay, the next one is we'll move on to the anise. Anise, in the sense, this is also one of the herbal products. So we all see that when we are preparing biryani, okay, we'll see these anise. Okay, anise is also one of the herbal product. Okay, if you want, if you can check in your kitchen, okay, you will find this anise now. Okay, anise, it is a expectorant, and expectorant in the sense when you are having a cough, cold and all, we can use as a expectorant. Even when the patient is cough suffering from the cough or bronchitis, inflammation of the bronchus in the lungs, or parasite repellents, when there are the parasites or any insects are there, though, you can use as a repellent these. If you keep beside of that, then there will be a it may kills. Okay, then what are the anise side effects? Okay, anise also having some sort of side effects, like no, it may use as a narcotic in large doses. When used, it may be induce the sleep. So anise seeds contain, so you must remember this, anise seeds are there. Okay, anise seeds are there. These anise seeds are contain enethole. Enethole in the sense, it is a plant hormone. Okay, enethole is a plant hormone which is secreted from the anise seed. Okay, in the anise seed which is contain anethole, it is a plant hormone which is similar to the human estrogen. You please remember, the anethole is a similar to the human estrogen. Anethole is a plant hormone. Avoid, so that is the way, this is also one side effect. So the pregnant women, they are not supposed to take this anise. And as well as very, you supposed to be very conscious when you are using or when you are giving to your young babies. Okay, the essential oil is for topical use only. So these oil, as a oil also we can use these oils, so topical use only. The green tea, next we'll move on to the green tea. Okay, green tea also, most of the number of the people or the world population, most green tea they were using mostly. Okay, so the green tea also having the some of the usages, like when you are using green tea, the people mostly they believe that they may reduce their anxiety. So they may reduce their body weight. Even the people may think that they may have a good personality. Okay, there will be a glowness in their face. Okay, they may think like that. Okay, even green tea also helpful as a herbal medicine. So it may reduces the cancer incident, and it may use as a metabolism booster, and it may reduces the cholesterol level, and it may relieve the inflammation and itching of the insect bite. Okay, whenever there is a insect bite, if they were after insect bite, if you are suffering from the itching, when you use these green tea, you may have relief. And reduce pink eye inflammation and conjunctivitis. There will be, if there is a inflammation in the conjunctiva, if there is a inflammation occurs in the eye or any irritation or redness, even when you use the green tea, that may be helpful. Okay, even what are the side effects for the green tea means, when you use over usage of green tea, because that may be contain of more amount of caffeine, right? So when you use over usage or over consumption, which leads to affect sleep. Okay, means there will be a insomnia. Okay, lack of sleep you may have. Then lavender. Okay, if we'll talk about lavender, okay, lavender also, that also lavender flowers or lavender seeds. Okay, this is also helpful in the patients, mostly for the psychiatric patients or mental ill patients will use this lavender. Okay, lavender also, which reduces the anxiety and which reduces the stress, and even healing of skin abrasions when there is a breakage, when there is a bones, when there is a skulls and all presence. Even we can use lavender as a healing method, and as it acts as the anti-inflammatory to prevent inflammation, and antiseptic. When there is antiseptic occurs, we'll use, and fly bites, and when there is a rashes occurs on the skin, we can use as medicinal purpose. And even relieve fibromyalgia when there is a muscle pain, muscle aches and all, even we can use this lavender as a herbal medicine. Okay, then even it may lower the blood pressure, and which may relaxes the cardiac spasms such as the tachycardia. Okay, and even we can use as a to relieve the arthritis, even to improve the blood circulation. Okay, to relax the neck and head muscle. And now if the patient is suffering from the nervous headache, we'll use. And it is most effective in leukorrhea in the sense there is a whitish or yellowish discharge from the vagina. Okay, that type of diseases also we can prevent by using of lavender. Okay, lavender also one of the herbal medicines. Okay, these are the useful things. This is lavender. Okay, if you'll go to Japan, okay, these lavenders, they will feel these type of lavenders. Okay, this is very beautiful. Then we'll move on to the thyme. Okay, thyme also, this is the most used thing in most of the people used. Thyme also, which reduces the fever in the patients, and it may relieve the bronchitis. And when the people are suffering from the toothache or any tooth infections, we can use this thyme. And any cough, any flu symptoms or any sore throat, or we can use this thyme. Even insect repellent. Okay, when there were insects are roaming in the house rooms, we can use as a repellent, as how we are using for mosquito bites and all. These also may helpful. Thyme side effects are, when you will take excess amount of thyme, which leads to menstrual cycle, it may affect on the menstrual cycle. And thymol also may be toxic and should be used with great care and in moderation. Okay, and the essential oil should be never be applied undiluted and is not suitable for use in a smaller children. So okay, always you should remember that when you are using thyme. Okay, when you are using thyme, okay, always thyme in the sense like thyme available as a oils. Okay, so thymes are available as a oils. So when you are using these type of oils and all, so always you should diluted in what diluted, then only you supposed to use. Undiluted is never applied. Okay, because that may be that may leads to causative effects, and even we should not use for the small children's. Then black seeds. Okay, okay, how the black seeds may be helpful in the sense like these black seeds may relieve the rheumatoid arthritis, which may remove the like relieve the high blood pressure and act as the anti-inflammatory, and anti-inflammatory in the sense to relieve the inflammation, and analgesics to relieve the pain, antipyretics to relieve the fever in the patients, antimicrobials when there is a bacteria are gone inside a bacterial infections, we will use these, and anti-neoplastic activity. Okay, these are the usage of black seeds, and we can prevent hair loss also. Even we can use as a healthy air also, we can have a healthy air. Okay, uses of black seeds. Okay, these are the black seeds. Okay, black seed oils side effects. What are the black seed oils? These black seeds also available as a oils. Okay, this is a herbal medicines. Okay, undiluted oil can cause skin irritation. So always when you are using herbal medicines as a oils, okay, oil type of method, so always you need to first dilute. If you do undilute, there will be a side effects may have. So here undiluted black seed oil maybe leads to skin irritation. So not to be used in pregnant women. Those who are the pregnant, they are not supposed to use these black seeds. Okay.